Hi guys, it's Miss Judy. I'm here with our family tree for KFOT Week 10. So last week we learned that grown-up Samuel went to see a man named Jesse in the town of Bethlehem with news that Jesse's youngest son David would one day be the king of Israel. A few years later, a very famous thing happened with David. So when David was a teenager, his big brothers were old enough to be in King Saul's army. And one day, Jesse came to his son David, who was taking care of the sheep, and he said, "I need you to take some supplies to your brothers in the army." So David took the supplies and he went to where King Saul's army was lined up against another army. And when David got to his brothers, he noticed that the other army had a soldier named Goliath who was big and strong and impressive and scary. And Goliath came out and he challenged King Saul's army to battle. Goliath challenged that someone from King Saul's army come and battle with him. And no one would battle Goliath. And David was so surprised that no one would battle Goliath. And he said, "But he's insulting God. Isn't anyone going to fight him?" And when no one would fight Goliath, David, who was still a teenager, said, "I'll fight Goliath." Now everyone was really surprised. And King Saul had David brought to him, and he offered David his very own armor and weapon. And David tried on the king's armor and it just didn't fit and he wasn't used to it. He took it off and he said, "I'm brave and I protect my father's sheep from wild animals. I can do this." And David went down to the stream and he found 5 smooth stones, 5 smooth rocks. And those were going to be David's weapon, because the way David would protect his sheep was with a sling. A sling is a long piece of leather that holds a rock and it lets you swing it around and around and then let the rock go. And that was going to be young David's weapon against Goliath, this impressive soldier. So when Goliath came out, David came forward, and people were so surprised, and Goliath thought it was funny that they sent a boy to battle with him. But David used his sling and he hit Goliath with a rock and it knocked him down and it killed him. David was victorious against this impressive soldier. That story was so well known that people in David's time, they knew the story. But even nowadays, people will talk about something that's an uneven matchup as being like David and Goliath. Now here's a picture from a storybook. So this is how one storybook shows David fighting Goliath. So now, someone from your church family has something to share.
Hi friends, it's Miss Angela here. How are you? I've missed you all. How has your summer been? I hope it's been good. Have you been having any adventures? This summer, Shepherd and I have been having a lot of adventures. We really enjoy going out into nature, and we enjoy hiking on trails and camping And now we enjoy canoeing. We just got ourselves a new canoe, so we like going on the water and paddling in our canoe. Have you ever been in a canoe? Well, I wanted to talk to you today about some of the things I have to prepare when it's time for me to do some of those activities. A lot of times we have to make sure that we have all the things that need to keep us safe, right? When we go hiking, we bring our backpack with us. And the most important thing that we take to keep us safe is our water, especially in the hot summer. Yeah, we need our water so we stay cool, we stay hydrated, and we don't get too tired. That's very important. Also, when we go on our hikes, we have to bring some bug spray. A lot of times in the woods, there's lots of mosquitoes and ticks, and we want to make sure that we don't get those bugs on us. So we take our bug spray, our bug repellent, that keeps them away. And if we're going in the sun, we have our sunscreen on so we don't get sunburned, right? Something very important that we take with us is a map. When we go hiking on trails, we want to make sure we know where we're going so we don't get lost. So we always bring a map with us. Here's a map of a place we went hiking recently. There's a lake in the middle and trails all around. And we hiked all around the whole lake. Isn't that neat? Want to make sure you don't get lost when you're hiking. Always have your map. Sometimes we bring our lunch in our backpack so we can stay out all day. Sometimes we take snacks. What do you take with you? Have you ever gone hiking? We take nice sturdy shoes so our feet don't get tired, and we have our backpacks on, and we really enjoy being out in the woods, seeing lots of different birds and animals. It's always important to make sure that you bring the right things with you and that you're nice and prepared. Sometimes we even make a list to make sure that we bring everything we need. When we go canoeing, one of the most important things we need to bring with us are our life jackets. These protect us if we fall in the water or if our boat tips over. If you're shepherds, mine is in the car. So we always have to have that with us. Something for safety that we always have when we're camping are our lights. So we have lanterns that we bring with us. Our lanterns look like this, and you can open them a little bit, and you can open them a lot. And we hang one of these inside our tent. And we have another one on our picnic table usually. And we always have our headlamps with us. This is a flashlight that sits on your head. Have you ever seen one of these? I think this one's Shepherd's. It's a little too small for me. Now I'll turn it on. You can see. Oh, there it is. I can look down at the ground with my headlamp or up in the trees. If we have to take a little walk in the night or when it's dark, we can wear our headlamps. And we don't need our hands to hold the flashlight. So we use our headlamps a lot. We love that.
And here's how I put up my tent.
Shepherd and I have had some really fun adventures in the past, and we hope to have a lot more in the future. We've been to some places that we've really loved. One of our favorite places that we've been to that we've gone camping and hiking at was at the Grand Canyon. It was so beautiful there, and we really enjoyed it. And we've been in the Upper Peninsula in Michigan, which is so beautiful, and we've been in Wisconsin and in Illinois. And we do a lot of hiking around here where we live, around our home. There's lots of places to go hiking and get out for the day and enjoy nature. I hope that you've had some great adventures lately, and I hope you have some great adventures coming up. And I hope that you share them with me and tell me all about the things that you're doing and seeing and the adventures you're having. I miss you all. I hope to see you soon. Bye.
Isn't it nice to hear from our church family? Thank you to Miss Angela for sharing how she and Shepherd get ready for adventures and for sharing some pictures from their adventures. Did you hear Miss Angela already asked you a question? What kind of adventures have you gone on? What kind of adventures do you like? Think about that and answer that question either in the comments here or the comments over on Facebook, or you can even email them to me and I will put them in the comments on Facebook. So think about what kind of adventures you like to have. Lots of things, lots of different things can be adventures. Take care, guys.